In this episode of Horse Shelter Heroes, we are at the auction saving horses. We rescue a lot of horses, and that was my birthday wish, is to save a lot of horses out of the slaughter pipeline. And that's exactly what you all helped us do by making a donation. Enjoy this episode of Horse Shelter Heroes.
Today's the day that we get to see what horses from the April auction are able to come out of quarantine. They have hopefully finished their quarantine. If they're still not feeling well, they'll stay up here a little bit longer. So we've got our dewormer and everything ready for them, and some probiotics if they need them. And we're also going to the auction tomorrow. So that will be the May auction. So we're just emptying out quarantine. In a couple days, we'll fill it back up again. That's not right.
So what's happened to our new scale we just got?
The scale seems to be broke still. We tried to fix it, but it's not working because there's no way she lost 300 pounds because she's gained weight. So we'll see what the weight tape says.
I'm getting some warmer. Not Jessie.
It's 695.
695 pounds. Oh, you can stay in quarantine. That's gross.
Doc can check.
You can put him on the vet list. Cash gained 14 pounds.
This is Joy. She's a thoroughbred from this last auction.
She weighs 1,033 pounds. Finally have a horse in the thousands.
This is Joy when she was bought at auction, and her coat is completely changed. She looks like a different horse. We have her on super weight gain and a hoof and hair supplement that's helped her shed out and just really made her shine. 726. She's so sweet. I like her.
Amari weighs 765 pounds, so she didn't lose any weight, but she didn't gain any weight, which is fine. Next, we're going to move the horses in the pen down there. Up here, we've got to run them because they're really, really hard to catch. So we're going to run them up and into the catch pen and then put them in the chute.
Henry, King and Grand. Shelby, look.
We just let the horses out of quarantine and into their new pasture. They were very excited.
So this is Luca. She came in the April auction, and we noticed a little protrusion on her jaw that we're gonna have Doc look at and just get her a good checkup today. He's coming out. We've got a whole list for him. This is Meadow. I'm catching Meadow to see the vet today. She's got a funny thing on her neck. Can you feel it?
That's really weird.
This is Kana. This is Snickers. And he's been on antibiotics to hopefully help with the swelling in his leg.
Pull straight forward, and then I'll have you unload until that open door right there. Well, we have a surrenderer and Doc is here. Okay, so we'll just have you unload the horse. Right there, number 1, yep. He's a pretty boy. Anything specific about him?
Just that he has
EPM.
Doc's here, so we're gonna hurry and go get started with him.
He just had a really deep cough.
With Diego, long term, is he gonna be able to come off meds? Can we see how he's doing?
Gonna take him off today?
It's up to you. You're the boss.
I said the one we've been working on looks pretty good, but he's got a little drainage out of his left eye, which has been pretty much normal.
I know that's why I was gonna ask you if we could wait and not do anymore, because it looks fantastic.
Okay, let's wait until Wednesday.
So Diego's right eye is doing way better than it was, but now he's having issues with his left eye. So Doc's just gonna get some more of his blood and get some serum. We're gonna see what it does in the next couple days, but we have it as backup if we need it.
She's in with a mini.
Well, that
and
doesn't look fresh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did it look swollen out before?
No, when I worked her, I don't remember seeing it at all.
Wait, and you're sitting there looking right at it.
Yeah.
The skin's not broken. I don't think she's got an infection.
It kind of goes all up through there. It's weird.
Thing to do is keep an eye on that, because it's not. It doesn't seem infected. Yeah, we got an idea of what's going on there. I think it's an injury where she's cut some muscles. Oh, that's bone.
Yes.
What is that from?
I don't know. We'll take an x-ray and see. Usually, sometimes on injury or repetitive injury, they'll start growing. So we're gonna get us an x-ray.
Oh yeah. No, we had one of these before.
Well, Sarah, you can ask for help. How many people are standing around here? Looks like it's cloudy inside. The cornea looks pretty good.
It seems like to not be able to see too good out of it.
I don't think you can. Trying to see if his, when I shine a bright light in it, trying to see if his pupils constrict to see if he can see anything. No, that's not good. What about this other one? Let's check that other one. I think we got cataracts on both eyes. That's going to be problematic for doing bone surgery on the chin.
So Doc's just taken x-rays of Luca, and the whole reason we took x-rays is because she had like this bone spur or growth coming off the side of her face, and we wanted to make sure it was just a bone spur. It's pretty large, and just took an x-ray to make sure that she's going to be okay. And the good news is she's going to be just fine, and she's going to be able to be adopted into a home. So she's going into our adoption program.
He has those lumps on his legs that has the stuff inside it. He was on medication for 2 weeks. He's not any better, and he's not gaining weight.
Don't want to hear that. Do we get a culture on him? We're going to do two things. We're going to get a culture on Snickers, and we're going to get a biopsy and send off. They can look at the sections of cells and make sure it's not maybe cancer, hopefully not. Maybe he's got some kind of strange parasite, you'll end up with that too. So we're gonna be looking for that. We're gonna send that to, got to do further diagnostics is the term here.
We are going to re-x-ray Kana. 2 weeks ago, he went on antibiotics for what he has going on with his leg, so we're going to re-x-ray it and see if it gets any better.
We're looking at his knee. Here's his distal end of the femur, proximal end of the tibia. See how the distal end of the femur is smooth, rounded, and then the distal end of the tibia looks moth-eaten. Bumps on the edges. It's just pretty strange. There's today's. Look, we're starting to get edges of the bone looking good. I wonder if he got kicked there or had it broken, because now, before you couldn't tell if that was a defect, but he almost had a chip coming off there. Still may lose that chip in it. But the bone is denser here, it's more uniform. He's probably gonna have arthritis.
Okay, Doc, we're gonna add one to the list. They were surrendering it when you were pulling in, and they told us it has EPM and arthritis.
Yeah, I don't see much arthritis. Yeah, let's just see how he does.
This is Bonita. We got her in last week, right after you came last week, actually. Supposedly she has arthritis, she has limb blindness, she cow kicks, she doesn't like other horses, she runs through fences.
Have y'all had any?
And she's over 20.
Have y'all seen any behavior problems?
We've only had her in the stall. Sutures in the left eye. And Jessie, what place would you call the other sutures? In her chest or what?
Upper leg.
Upper leg on her right front.
Bonita is such a beautiful horse, and it just breaks my heart that we're gonna have to give her the last act of kindness. You know, she has so many different problems and we don't want her to run through a fence and hurt herself. I considered keeping her for myself to live with my horse, but when you have a horse that has a lot of different health problems and you know, history of running through fences, it can hurt itself, and you know, we're sadly just gonna have to let her go. It's the best thing for her. One of the reasons she really just connected with me is I love Palominos, and just because she's a Palomino, you know, we see people that want to adopt a horse that's just a certain color or something. You have to do what's best for the horse regardless of its color, and so, you know, it's always sad no matter who the horse is and what their story is. But I'm thankful she came here and our veterinarian was able to look at her and we were able to figure out the best solution for her, and I'm just glad she didn't go to Mexico in a slaughter truck.
We are now in quarantine and Doc is going to look at Blossom's teeth. She doesn't seem to have gained any weight over the time that she was in quarantine, and she doesn't seem to be doing any better, so we're trying to see if there is anything that we can do for her.
I said her teeth don't feel that bad.
This is Roman.
This is Roman. We were going to bring him out of quarantine today, but he had a really bad yellow snotty nose. And then he also has some other things going on, so he's just being checked by the vet. Yeah, I've seen bastard strangles before, but don't they usually breathe really heavy and terrible with that?
They do. And then they get those knots that you see up there, they get those in their lungs. That's what makes them. That is a terrible.
And that's not so, I mean, you can't fix that. No.
I think on him, this could be where he ran into something.
I'm gonna pull up some Exceed for Roman to help with his snotty nose and whatever else he has going on.
I'm giving him a big dose of Exceed because, you know, the debate's whether he's got some kind of little infection or strangles. And so we're going to give him some antibiotics. I don't think he's got strangles, but I don't want that knot right there getting any worse. Today went pretty smooth. Everybody's walking, no person is injured, and no horses were injured in the filming of this segment. We did more teeth, and it was teeth and eyes today. It's funny how things come in groups, so I had to brush up on had to be up on my game on my ophthalmology, and what else? I guess that's it.
Yeah, we had a few x-rays.
We did a few x-rays earlier. I was really pleased with one that the x-ray, the bone is healing. I was pretty happy with him, and the rest of them haven't got any worse. What else did we x-ray?
We tried to x-ray the Minnie's mouth.
Yeah, we have a Minnie with a bone spur on his mouth, but for some reason, maybe there's a lot more cartilage there than anything else, and we couldn't get through the bone spur.
But she seems to be doing really good.
She's doing pretty good, pretty happy with that.
And then we have a few that are on the watch list for next week, but they seem to be doing good.
We have plans for everybody, so if we can just get them to adhere to the plans and get better, we'll all be happy.
That's right.
Jason. Hey, Jason. Hello.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta go to the auction.
Is that time?
Yeah.
Oh dear, it is that time.
Gotta
Okay.
stop
Well,
editing.
let me go get the vehicles ready.
There you go. All right, I'm gonna get a few more work done.
Okay.
Facebook blocked me out of thanking people for my birthday fundraiser.
Facebook jailed you.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Hopefully you can
I'll
still
work on
use
some
it.
stuff, but the trailer needs to be hooked up, and we need to get the auction box in there, and yeah, we need to hit the road.
Alrighty. Ever since they invented backup cameras, it's made our trailer backing jobs a whole lot easier. So the truck's hooked up and I'm gonna go get Tawny now. It's been a month, you're still limping, Tawny.
It was a major injury.
Suck it up, Tawny.
Huh, thanks. Yeah, well, I'm glad I landed on you.
Yeah, I'm glad I was
Yeah, catch me after I get kicked.
All right,
We'll see you
ya.
at the auction.
Today is Half Pint's big day. It's her second time out in the pasture. She's a month old today, so she's just getting used to getting her feet all wet.
Just pulling into the auction, there's a lot of trucks and trailers out front, and most of the trailers park out back where they can unload and load up easier. And we're gonna go see what kind of horses there are here. Got some exciting news. We were just given the opportunity to purchase 28 horses, mules, minis, donkeys, including the Belgian with the really bad leg, for less than slaughter price by the horse trader who brought him here. He doesn't want him to go to slaughter for, I have no idea why, but he said he didn't want him to go to slaughter. And so he's selling up to us, and he'd like to, but it's almost $15,000 for 28 animals. And that's a lot of money, but it is below slaughter price. And we need your help because this is going to be a much bigger rescue than we thought. I'm in the auction right now. I wish I could flip the camera around and show you what it's like. And you can see the horses going through, but I can't. But if you watch Horse Rescue Heroes Season 1, Episode 5, you'll be able to see the auction process. So go check that out. Horse Rescue Heroes Season 1, Episode 5. I don't know if I should be excited or terrified because I just won the bid on 43 animals. That's right, we rescued 43 horses, donkeys, mules, ponies. If it comes on 4 legs and is an equine, we probably rescued it tonight. 43 of them saved from potentially shipping to slaughter. That is more than double what we were planning on. But before the auction, we were able to buy a lot of them for below slaughter price from a horse trader who didn't want them going to slaughter. And that worked really well. And then there's just so many sad ones in the auction ring. We couldn't keep saying no to them. So in the end, 43 precious lives are going to be loading up on our trailers tomorrow. And we did have to hire another transporter, of course, because we can't carry that many in our 2 trailers that we bring to auction. We went way over budget. I'm just going to be honest with you. We went way over what we were planning on spending, and we could really use your help to cover the expense. We're going to have to not only purchase them, but transport them to our shelter and all the veterinary and hoof care and feeding and deworming and vaccinations and microchipping. It's all going to add up to a lot. But in honor of Tawny's birthday, please donate to help us with this huge rescue. It'd be really cool is if you could donate $1 for every animal that we save tonight. So that'd be $43. If you just donate $43, that's going to help a lot. And I know you can do it. So please just donate $43 in honor of these 43 precious lives that we saved from auction. And thank you so much.
We got 43 horses last night. We're headed to the auction this morning to get them all loaded up and head back to our shelter. It's going to be a very busy day. You guys really came through for us last night because we were asked to purchase 28 horses before the sale even started, and we definitely wanted to do that so kill buyers didn't have a chance to buy or bid on them, and it would save them the stress of going through the auction. Some of them were really critical, including the draft with the really bad leg. So we are almost there. We're gonna head out and find them all and get their intake done and get them back to the shelter. So you gotta love Angela. She was a massage therapist and she has given me such good advice for my leg ever since I got hurt. So
Always telling you what to do.
She was massaging people for how many hours a day?
Well, 28 hours a week.
28 hours a week massaging, so she's got lots of good points. Anytime we get sore muscles, she's like, let me fix you. Great asset to our team. So we have all the horses in this pen. This one's super curious looking at us. We also have the draft with the really bad leg in this pen. And right now, everyone's just going around sorting out, trying to figure out where all these horses are because they're kind of strung out through the whole auction yard. But we're gonna get them all found, get their photos, and get them loaded up and hit the road.
We're at the auction this morning, pick up the 43 horses. We're gonna have a lot of work ahead of us as we take pictures of each one, give them sin chill if we can. There's a lot of unhandled ones, so we're not sure exactly how it's gonna go this morning, but we're gonna do everything we can, and then we're gonna get them on the road and back to the shelter safely.
That's so skinny.
There's some really sad horses in here. It's, this is part of the 28 I bought to keep them from being bid on by the kill buyers.
Like a thoroughbred.
And there's a whole menagerie of different types of horses. This poor little mini's been to multiple auctions.
That horse has two, and that's a different tag than that one, so it's a different auction. All these precious lives were saved because of people just like you making a donation to make a difference. All these horses, we rescued all of them in this pen. It's okay, baby. You're gonna be safe. I'm gonna get you out of here, okay? Oh, your nose is all yucky. I'm trying to look and see what their numbers are, so I'm just zooming in, hoping we can read it. It looks like 28 or 29. This horse is in really rough condition. It's a big lick horse. Her tail's been cut. And she also has like a broken hip on the side. She's very, very lame. And this is quite common. I think even if we zoom in here, you can see where she has hair loss on his pasterns from being sored. So she's in really bad shape. Keith is just gonna give her some Sinchill. We'd like to thank Nutra for their sponsorship to help us with these horses here. This is a big lick horse. She is just completely lame and crippled. And that's what's so sad. What we see here is horses just can't handle, you know, some horses do, being in the big lick, but she is so crippled. Her tail tendons have been cut. That's why she holds it weird. So this is just a castaway big lick horse. It's so sad. If you watch our videos, you know that we get a lot of horses with eye problems, and here's another one. It's okay, baby. And it's found in both fronts. This is a draft horse with a really bad leg. Poor baby.
You can really see the difference in the two legs. It's just so incredibly sad. This is the source of all the problems. He's got a great big slice on his, right above his hip. And that's gonna be the source of all of his leg issues.
Oh. Hi, baby. We're gonna make you feel better, okay? This draft horse, you know, draft horses are really big horses, and this one is just bones. It's so sad to see this. These poor little donkey's legs are so twisted. I don't think we're gonna be able to do anything for that. Oh. So we have a thoroughbred here. It's all right, baby, easy. This horse is covered in ticks. Its whole body is just peppered with ticks everywhere. We'll give her ivermectin, and that will help kill the ticks, and they'll all fall out, but she is covered in ticks, and her body condition is really bad. Well, I am sitting here taking film and also the intake photos. The process is going really well. We've never really used this outside system like this, but guys are bringing them in. Angela and I are doing the initial intake stuff. Like Angela's taking notes, I'm taking the photos. And so far it's working really good, which is great because 43 horses is a lot of horses to do an intake on in a few hours, and then we got to get them on the road. Our vet is ready and waiting. He's like, oh boy, this is gonna be a lot today. He says he needs pizza today, so we'll see. We'll see how much we get done today. We might have to break it up in a couple days. Oh, look at that hoof. Oh, poor baby, your feet. Looks like he's been through 4 auctions. He's got 1 on his face, 3 on his rump, and it looks like another one with the glue there. So maybe like 5 auctions this little mini's been through. This horse is really pretty. He looks very confused. Like, what on earth am I doing here? It's a gorgeous horse. It's gonna need x-rays. It's got really bad feet on all 4. They're really, really overgrown hooves. They're twirling up on the back, very flat on the front. This horse is gonna need x-rays, It looks like it might have broken its leg at one point. So he's down. He was up earlier. We're gonna try to get him up. It's so pretty.
It's dangerous because when horses get up, sometimes they flail their legs around, or if they're trying to get up and they can't.
Yeah, and he's pointed towards the wall, so that's not good. Come on, come on, you can do it. Come on, come on. There you go. Yay!
It's not really normal for horses to lay down and rest at the auction, so that's why when they are laying down, it's a little bit of a concern. But he got up and he seems to be fine, so that's really good news.
I'm pretty sure this horse has been a big leg horse. Has a pretty big scar on its leg, and that would disqualify it from being showed because they can't have scars on their legs. Oh, you precious little thing. It's okay. It's okay. You're all right. It's so tiny. It's okay. Oh, it is blind. You're totally blind, baby. How confusing. You're okay. I'm right here. You're okay. Easy. It's okay. Oh, it's so cute and tiny. It's all right, baby.
I don't know.
The mama and the baby. Oh, it's so cute. Come on. Look at this adorable mama and baby we rescued last night. Oh, they're so precious. Thank you guys for letting us save her. Without your support, we wouldn't have been able to save this precious little mama and baby. Aw, sweet old donkey. So a lot of the donkeys we rescue from auction get extremely sick. You can see the labored breathing here. Donkeys pick up something that's at the auctions here in Tennessee, and when they start breathing like that, they can be dead within hours. It's really, really sad. So hopefully we're not too late for this guy. Come on, baby. Look at how special you are. Come on. Oh, it's a cute baby. Oh, it's another donkey. Hi, baby.
Oh my word.
Oh, look at those feet.
Oh wow.
Yeah, definitely needing hoof care. This horse is extremely foundered, and I know she's in a lot of pain. She's resting her head on the donkey, just trying to find some relief and comfort. This is one of the horses that looked so sad in the auction last night, and thanks to your support, she's safe. Oh, this is the one that we posted up that looks so scared, and thanks to your support, we were able to save him. So we gave her some sin chill and pain relief. She's very foundered. She laid down and we just got her up. Let's go ahead and see if we can get her to walk now that she's got some pain management on board. We'll just take her to the, she's moving now, that's good.
There you go. Come on.
Come on. Jason, I think you're gonna help pull for a bit. Oh, easy girl. She is so foundered.
I think we need to just...
You just need to start moving her that way, yep. I think you're more gonna have to help pull. Come on, baby. Come on, I know you hurt. There you go. Oh, so much pain. But now she's at least able to move. Before she couldn't.
So I like how her back end is tucked under, trying to take the weight off of her.
the front legs. She's really suffering, but poor baby. Come on, baby, we're gonna get you in the trailer. Founder is such a horrible thing for horses. It just breaks my heart when people bring horses to auction that are clearly suffering. Come on, baby, come on. I mean, without pain management, she wouldn't be able to move at all. They're loading some cows right now. So we're just waiting for them to be done, and then we can get her in the trailer. Every step is just agony for her. All these trucks and trailers, or get all these horses back to the shelter. We're just gonna back our trailer up for her because she just can't walk anymore. She is so foundered. Her legs are hurting.
Bet you never seen that before.
She's like, wow. Come on, baby. Come on, you can do it. Good girl. I know it hurts. I know. Come on. Come on, baby. Good, good. Oh. Yay. Good baby. Let's put her in the front. I'm so glad we were able to load her safely. She's on pain management, and now we got to get the other horses loaded. This horse is totally blind, so we're gonna put this one by itself. We're gonna put the blind horse in with the foundered horse because it needs to ride separately also from the main group of horses. Easy, you're okay. Here's all our little ones in their own little compartment riding together. Here's the boys.
Go on, boys.
They're like, what?
I'm talking too nice to you, huh?
There they go. Here's all our boys. We put all the boys together. 'Cause most of them are intact. But they're ready to head down the road. They'll be getting all the help they need when they get back to the shelter.
Hey Sarah, guess how many horses we got last night?
How many?
43.
You mean like a 4 and a 3, or do you mean 24? Because last I heard we were getting 28.
40 plus 3.
Yeah. Guess how many horses we got in?
How many?
43.
Really?
Mm-hmm. 43.
Goodness, wow.
So
That's awesome.
it's so awesome. It's gonna be a busy day. So
Sure is.
we gotta get ready.
Gotta load everything up in the car. It's all empty, but it won't be empty for long. Okay, I got some. Here you go. Take these two.
You gotta hang on to that thing like your life depends on it.
When each horse comes in from the auction, they get a thing of electrolytes. So we do Quest Warmer when they first come in. This seems to work really, really well. And then as they come out of quarantine, they'll get ivermectin. And we also give them probios. A lot of the times, you know, through auctions and stuff, it's super stressful. So a lot of horses end up having stomach issues, and the probios are helping them a lot. We also give each horse a microchip when they come in, so adopters can get that whenever they get adopted. And then we also do tags that have their numbers on them, just so that we can keep track of what each horse, who each horse is, and different horses may be on medications and stuff when they come in, so the tags help with that as well. And of course, it's lice season when they come from the auction, so we'll give them some lice powder. It is also fly season, so we have a brand new thing of fly spray up here, so thank you to everybody who's been donating that on our Amazon wish list. It is coming in handy a lot. So now we're gonna go down and just get a couple other things ready and wait for them to get back from the auction. No, we're doing this one first because this one's boys and we need them all the way in the back, and then we're unloading this one.
Rain fills up our shoes. My head is full of you. We spent the afternoon dancing, shadows round the room. Call me by your name, 'cause darling, you're the real thing. I love you forever anyway.
Well, we're back. All 4 trailers made it safely. I think that's pretty awesome. 43 animals saved and transported safely back to the shelter. It's a good day so far.
And I didn't get kicked, yay! To make a line of people.
Come on, guys. Come on. Oh man, those feet are so bad. bad on that donkey. Oh my goodness, she's so cute.
She had a fancy daddy. Come on.
And it's just so unfair to a blind animal to put it through an auction experience, because as you can see, it can't see anything, and it's truly terrifying at an auction.
Probably just hang out with that horse, Jesse, and then Maddie, if you want to get a halter on that one up there. So she got fat pads all over, and she just can't barely walk at all.
Yeah, you know, they worked and worked on her feet because they're trimmed sort of right, but she just can't walk. She's just in pain.
It's just very painful. Every step for her is very, very painful.
We basically had to pick her up into the trailer. She was able to get her front feet in, but then her back feet, it was too much pain to put weight on her front feet to get in, and it was hard, but we got her in safely, and she's back at the shelter, and we're gonna do what's right for her.
So one thing with horses like this, you know, she's in excruciating pain, but she is fat, and that's what the kill buyers want. And if she would have been sold to a kill buyer, she would have spent her last days in a truck with no food, no water, all the way down to Mexico, and then brutally killed. So unfortunately, her legs are just, she's too far gone. We can't do anything to relieve her suffering other than to say goodbye, which is really sad that her owners let her get into this condition and didn't make that decision sooner.
We could get a little hamper tractor and do this. Wonder if they have a, see, here's the hoof wall, the hoof wall, and then there's the, you can measure that distance right there. That's a 30 degree. That's 45. That's almost a 30 degree. Look, and here's the other thing. Here's the sole of the foot. It's starting to bust through the sole of the foot.
Yeah.
And we can go back. We got the other foot on there too. You may not believe me, but I changed it over.
You did? I'm so proud of you.
Oh, look at this. I'm not sure why this one hadn't busted through yet, only because the bone reformed. The point of the, see if you follow that out. We could measure this. This is so bad. We could measure this with one of with a speed square.
Sadly, there was nothing we could do for her. She was just too far gone, and the humane euthanasia that Doc just gave her, it should have been given to her a long time ago, because she's been suffering for a very long time, and that's hard for owners to decide sometimes when to humanely euthanize an animal, especially when you're trying to fix something. But you know, when the animal is suffering, it's time to say goodbye, not take them to an auction and make money off of them in the slaughter pipeline. Then we have the other horses in our trailer and the big guys.
We are going to unload the fourth trailer of the day and get the Belgian out.
Something, but I had got zero light response from the pretty bright light, and he's just completely blind.
The big draft horse, he has a severely infected leg. He has a cut right above his hoof, and I believe it's just gone through the whole leg and infected it.
Doc, you wanna tell us age?
That's where I was going, 17, 18.
You want to do lateral or AP first?
The thing is, somebody asked about a wire. I don't see I do not see wire. You know, if the bone had been that big, it would have been not good. But here, with a bone like that, it may be worth putting him on some antibiotics for a few days and see if he does anything. We can always start out with Uniprim and penicillin and give him those two.
Yeah, he's got an infection. I can smell it.
That's me. It would be nice to clean it up, hose it off, and start some antibiotics.
Some of these legs can be fixed.
1,300.
Doc, what are you doing?
I'm playing. What does it look like I'm doing?
How tall is the Belgian?
17, is that level? Yeah, maybe 17. 17.
Doc has just given her some penicillin. We're figuring out a treatment plan. She's going on our watch list, and we're really hoping that her leg will start improving. We measured it, and hopefully she'll make it. She's a really sweet horse. So this horse, I believe, is a big lick horse. She's had her tail cut, the tendon in her tail, and her whole hind end is really messed up. And when the horses are doing the big lick, about 70% of their weight is on their hind legs, and it really messes them up. And they'll start showing these horses before they're even 2 years old doing the big lick. So their bodies literally fall apart, and that's what we're seeing in this case.
Maybe 5.
Maybe, yeah, just for fun, I'd say 5. We think she's got a problem in the back end, maybe a fractured pelvis or a bad hip. And I wondered if there's a breeding injury.
So it's not in the knee?
That's the best hip one we've ever gotten.
But it looks together.
Yeah.
If we could lay her down on her back and, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll work on that right now, Doc.
That's your first training. I think she's cracked her pelvis. In dogs, y'all have heard that saying, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Usually a broken bone's a sentence of death in a horse, but a lot of times on pelvis, the muscles contract so much they just hold everything together. She is really lame on it, and it's going to be problematic. But we think we saw a fracture line in the pelvis. We could up the power and try it one more time.
I don't know. Let's walk around a little bit.
She's a three-legged horse.
Yeah.
And she's
this young, and she's gonna. I mean.
She's three-legged horse. She's young.
Yeah. It's gonna get worse, probably.
Probably get worse before it gets better.
Yeah. Is it just popped out of socket, or?
It might be. We may try.
I mean, do you think he's painful? I mean, he seems to walk around. I'm just saying we just do a watch list on this one and come back.
Yeah.
Since we have so many,
We'll
and
probably
reevaluate.
Come back to him sooner rather than later. Younger than the other one.
15, 20?
15, yeah, I was gonna go 18.
It's long on the bottom, but shorter on the top. So this horse over here has some pretty severe hip problems. We're gonna have him on the watch list to kind of see how the recovery on that's gonna be and how it's looking. Doc's gonna be coming out and checking them and making sure they're doing okay. This horse over here, we've done x-rays, severely foundered. It's an older horse, has some other medical issues too, so we're gonna just have to say goodbye. It's really sad, doing these auction intakes, because there's so many horses that we end up rescuing whose owners just really turned and walked away from their responsibility of being a responsible horse owner. So it's always hard to say goodbye.
We need something to disinfect because I handled his nose.
Yeah.
I've got some
We have rescue wipes.
Where are they?
Oh, they're gone?
Okay, I got something in the truck. I just need to.
This horse is literally just coated in ticks. Tennessee has a lot of ticks. Doc just gave her a treatment for that. Hopefully it helps. We can try to pull them off, but there's so many ticks everywhere. Really gnarly.
That was kind of like me after camping over the weekend.
This foot, we don't think it's foundered, and if it's not foundered, it's just basically neglect, just not doing your job as a horse owner. So
It looks to me like it was in a soft area. I mean, it could have been a stall full of manure or something. The hooves just kept growing.
yeah,
Because it's the same on the back as the front. They're just
you rarely-
grows out, nothing to chip the hoof off.
This is an example of a horse that would probably be healthy if he was just running around in the field,
Yeah.
but due to human error
Locking him up in a small area and his feet just growing.
and total inattention, he's just overgrowing. But anyway, we're gonna get an x-ray, make sure he's not foundered.
And
We can go 7 or 8.
super old.
Yeah.
they just need trimming.
You know, if you put this pin here, I mean, they're just parallel. He's not foundered. The joints are good.
Do you see a big bald face and white splotches on its side? I don't think so. Needs Coggins. So this is the Strangles vaccine, and it goes up their nose. They really don't like it. We like to do the injection, but they're out of that. And this one's a little bit more of a hassle to do, but hopefully we get the other vaccines in soon.
On the
There's a
other-
lot of like stuff going on right there. It almost
yeah, it needs
seems
a
like.
good cleaning.
Yeah.
Need to clean and trim that foot and reevaluate, re-x-ray it after.
Okay.
Fair.
You wanna do the other one?
Yes, ma'am. I don't know what I did with my phone. I don't need it, I guess. Okay, look down here. We were wondering, we saw a little angular limb deformity. Look, that fetlock bone straight, and it starts twisting more that goes down, and then there's a lot of overgrowth at the bottom, and it's full of rocks. So I don't think that the moth-eaten appearance in this bone is not good. And I don't know if we could ever straighten that hoof out.
This horse is so sweet. When we were at the auction, he was laying down. We were really worried about him, but he got up and, he's doing really good. So far, we're hopeful that he'll go through his vet check and be just fine, and we'll be able to find him a wonderful home. 3. No, more 2.5. I mean, those are the adult teeth, that's the baby teeth.
So 2.
Yeah. Coming 3.
I called Tractor Supply to see if we could get more vaccines, and one of the vaccines that we needed for just one is $75.
Yeah. There's a vaccine shortage, so it's complicated right now. So the chestnut horse and the black horse, the guy, I ran into him this morning who actually took them to the auction. The sorrel has been used at a kids camp in Gatlinburg for a while, and then they got her in January. She was a little bit pushy with their donkeys. They raised donkeys, and then they decided not to keep the other horse either, so they just took them both to the auction.
I cannot argue with 20. We're fixing to pregnancy check her the old-fashioned way. You ready, Amy?
Yeah.
Hey, push her back. I can't tell. I don't think she is, but I can't. Oh,
16.
yeah, I go a bit older. I'll probably go 18 or 19.
It looks like a thoroughbred or warm blood type.
Oh wait, she's microchipped.
She really is?
Yes. So she is microchipped, and that's pretty rare, so maybe we can figure out who she is. It's not often we get a horse from auction with a microchip. And being that she's a young thoroughbred, I had to look her up to see if the Jockey Club had her in their system under that microchip number. And I went on their website, and sure enough, her name is Colonel Lucy. And now we know who she is and the year she was born and her mom. So it's super awesome. I just want to applaud the Jockey Club for using permanent identification as a microchip on their horses, because now we have information that we would have never had on this horse if she wasn't microchipped. So she's unhandled, so we're just using our chute here so we can give her what she needs. She does have baby teeth on the edge,
Yes.
so I think she's 4.
You baby.
Yeah, so,
4?
yep.
Real old now.
have 15 left. It's been a really long day, but we have pizza coming, so that will make it better. It's got the weird donkey thing that when they get from auction, they usually don't make it, where their breathing is very labored. A few months old, like a year old.
His lungs are already so congested, there's zero air moving in the lower half.
4 or 7.
We bring the donkeys in here, and they get it from the auction, and they'll be like this one day and like dying the next. It's terrible.
Stuff on this one.
This poor donkey is really suffering. His lungs are filled up with fluid, basically. We've done necropsies on donkeys from the auction before that had the same condition, and it's really, really horrible and really, really sad because we've tried so hard to save someone like this, and there's nothing we can do other than just say goodbye before it gets really bad. So that's what we're gonna do. We wish things could be different, but I'm just glad that he's here, and the vet's gonna, put him to sleep, and he's not dying in a trailer or something, or, even in an auction yard. So I just wish things could be different for you, buddy.
Possibly cloudy right eye.
Brushing out this horse. She's got a lot of winter hair stuck on her.
Goodness.
You're right. So we're just taking the halter off because we don't want them to get hung up on anything. Our policy here is that if it has a halter on it, it's because we're actively working with that horse. How many horses do we have left? We only have 8, and I think we're gonna take a breather and eat some pizza because Caitlin just got back with the pizza and we're all hungry. We have the pizza heroes coming to revive the horse rescue heroes.
Good.
Bye, little pony. You might just pick her up, yeah. There, Shelby, you get the front end. And
You guys give me the dangerous end! Guys, you realize I have 2 back feet, and I have a terrible hold.
I probably should not be in here rustling donkeys with my leg, but
Look who came from the office.
Hey, you just scared the life out of me.
I'm sorry, I scared you.
Hi.
Look, we got pizza. I guess you heard the
I heard
news.
there was.
Oh, we got a donkey coming out. Hello.
today's been a long day, and I'm just taking a little bit of weight off my legs, and I'm just very happy that we were able to rescue so many horses, and that I'm actually able to be doing something than behind the desk, because that's not my favorite spot.
I'm giving him Exceed. It's a good antibiotic to last 4 days. We take a few extra precautions with donkeys.
Yes, you come over to say hello. This donkey is on our watch list. Its hoof is just twisted up, and I don't know if we're gonna be able to fix it, but it's definitely sweet. I just wish people would give him proper hoof care so this doesn't happen. This donkey's feet are just so horrific, and sadly there's nothing we can do to fix the neglect that she has experienced for a very long time. I wish it could be different for her, but I'm just thankful we were at the auction. We were able to save her because a lot of donkeys do go to Mexico to be butchered at the slaughterhouse, and that would have been a horrible way for her to go. So at least she's here, and you know, she's gonna be given respect and put to sleep humanely, because you know, we can't fix the neglect that she's gone through. Well, Mama looks halter trained. She is such a pretty little pony.
I want to see if we can hook her up to a cart or something when she comes up.
You want some pizza, buddy?
You want some pizza? This is good pizza.
Ooh,
There you go, good pizza. And there goes the pizza.
Bye-bye,
Oh,
pizza.
there goes the pizza.
Well, today has been a very long day. What did you think when I texted you and said we got 43 critters?
Before I knew it was going to be a long day, because when you try to do things right, you can only compress the time so much. So I knew it was going to be long. It's still daylight though. I was thinking it would be dark. So.
It is daylight, and these guys are going down to their pen, and we'll be continuing to give them treatment over the next 30 days when they're in quarantine.
Treatment, training, and
Lots and
lots
of love.
lots of love.
Awesome.
Pretty good bunch of horses, really.
Yeah. Awesome. Love.
Hi, baby. Belgian is not looking good. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, he was completely flat out when I was down here, or when I came in.
So the Belgium isn't doing well, and we're gonna take a look and see, maybe it's just really tired, and you know, that's what's wrong with it, or maybe it's more serious. It's really sad to see a horse in this condition, and we can only hope that we can make it better, but it's not looking good. Might have come in here and I didn't realize the water was in here.
Doc, what are you putting in her water?
Pretty much we're unloading the kitchen sink in here. We got Buteless for pain, and we've got some, put some probiotics in there.
And we have more electrolytes coming. Shelby went to grab them. So when you think the day is over, we just end up, when you think the day's over and we're like, yay! Oh wait, it still ends up being longer.
Here, go ahead. I'll fill this one.
Hope you feel better.
Come on, baby.
It's so much easier.
Syringing it?
Syringing it. There's some more. So thirsty. You're drinking.
I'll bet she never went to the trough.
No, she probably just laid right down and never even drank.
It's a miracle. I guess that huggy name. That's my girl. Yeah.
When she was laying down and looking at her belly from
Come here, let me give you a tour of your facilities.
Not now.
There's water over there.
Check it out. There's water.
According to the veterinary code, when you leave the farm, it's when the animal is up. So now we're
You're right. Well, thanks. Thanks so much for everything, Doc.
Bye.
Bye.
She's definitely feeling better. She just didn't realize where her water was, or she was just so tired when she got in her pen, she just basically collapsed. And now she knows. We're gonna give her some more good stuff to help her out, yes.
That would be amazing if we could rehab her.
Oh, I know, right? Well, check out your food, girl.
I'm gonna eat a little bit. There we go.
Well, that's good. She's up and she's
So,
drank and she's eating.
What's the predicament? Oh, he done lost a shoe.
Oh. I have to wash that off for a while.
Good job, Caleb.
Look dry to me.
Don't step in the mud ever.
It's not dry. Well, I
Wow.
have to wash my shoe off tomorrow.
Hey, at least you didn't get kicked by a horse or something crazy.
Yeah.
Like she did. That was.
Any advice for Caleb?
Any advice for me? Don't step in what looks like to be dry mud.
Good luck.
Because it wasn't dry.
Just good luck, cause all she has. Good luck.
My only advice is don't step there next time.
Yeah.
Don't step there next time for sure. And he's washing off his shoe after being in the mud.
It's the next morning after the auction, and we're gonna go check on the Belgian. I know we were a little concerned about her yesterday, but here she is. She's eating, and there's her friend, very protective and worried over her. Hi, baby.
The people with the baby calf are here.
What? They're here?
Yes, they're here.
Yay!
Oh boy. I bet it's gonna be so cute. Love baby calves, so I am really excited about this one being surrendered.
She's a fighter, I'll tell you. That's why she's named Zena. Mama's already crying, y'all. Can walk. It's just that, yeah. And she's having to favor the other one so much. Yeah.
Here we go.
Put your hands down there.
It's gonna be okay.
There you go.
Good baby. Good baby. Aw, she's so
Okay.
cute.
Say hi. See, her hair's grown back from that.
Yeah.
And like I said, she's
Aw.
she was born on Groundhog Day, February 2nd.
Groundhog Day. Aw. Well, you guys have done so much for her. And it's been a long time.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Because she was a day old? when
she
you
was
found her, or
3
just
days
3
old.
days old?
And when we found her, and like I said, she was just froze.
Oh, poor baby.
I stuck my hand in her mouth to just get some temperature,
Yeah.
and it was like an ice box.
Oh.
Already froze. Oh,
She's like, oh, the donkey's over there.
she's very curious, very loving,
Oh,
and very spoiled.
yes.
So I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. I know your husband showed us the video of the horse that you got from us,
Yeah.
with the dog getting on the horse's back to look over to see the calf. I was
Yes,
like,
and he's
"Aw."
doing great. We got him on the big farm now,
Oh,
and
nice.
he's running, and he's having a good time with about 60 head of cattle.
Nice. That's
And,
so awesome. She wants to go see those. She's like, I'm gonna go check out the donkey. We're gonna go this way. Come on. There we go.
Now, that's a good. Oh, look at there.
Look at your leg, baby. It's just twisted.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get x-rays and then we'll know what's going on in there. And
Okay.
that's gonna be a
Yeah. Yeah.
big step.
Well, I'm gonna pray hard.
Yes, just pray hard that she'll be okay, and then, like I said, Doc will be out and we'll get x-rays and see what he says. You know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
their
know.
own bottle and their own formula. You mess it up, they get all. She's coming and do paperwork. Baby is so cute.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hold his head over and his leg?
We're hoping that this little baby's gonna be okay.
He'll be
with
all right.
some.
A lot of times you can reform them if you put the tension the right way, but you got to do it young.
Well, Doc has just looked at the baby calf and everything's looking good. So we're hopeful that with the right treatment plan, she'll be able to make a full recovery and live a happy life.
Wrap it sort of tight in case there's
so that,
See it? We put some tension on there. Give him a chance. Well, a lot of calves and Charolais are one of the worst ones because they're usually pretty big calves, but they get twisted up in mom, and when they're born with angular limb deficiencies. And if you get to them, you can retrain the bones a lot of times to be straight. So when we put this wrap on, it was crooked like that. What we tried to do is put tension here and really put a lot of padding to straighten it up some. So we got her wrapped and we got her up. She's sort of using the peg leg, and I hate splints, but sometimes they're necessary evil. So we'll be checking it probably Sunday and Monday if we need to, and rewrapping it. So.
bottle. There you go.
This is gonna be exercise for you. This is what you're gonna need.
So this is Meadow. Mm-hmm. And we haven't done a lot with her. She's halter broke, but that's about all. She came in, she had lice, and so that's just growing back hair, hopefully. This is her second time in the arena.
Easy.
You want to lead her a little bit?
If it's all right with you, I'll take her.
You like to adopt her? You think she'll come along okay for you?
It's gonna take a lot of work.
Yeah.
But I've worked with a lot of them.
Yeah.
This will be a long, slow project.
You got all summer.
I got from now, well, I'm retired, so I have plenty of time.
Yeah.
If you can't keep Meadow, she needs to come back here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is Meadow's information. And here's a little bag
Okay.
for you for her.
What's the put there?
There you go.
Come on. Let's go. Let's go. There you go.
I'm really happy that Meadow has found her home. He's willing to work with her because she hasn't had a lot of handling. So she's headed off to new adventures.
They need to like enjoy themselves for a bit, so she's wanting to, oh, she's beautiful. Jessie, I'm Amy.
Nice to meet you.
And this is Madeline, my other daughter. How old is?
I believe she's 11.
11?
Her ground manners are really good. She wears shoes. She came in with shoes.
She liked this one when she saw her on Facebook or on your website.
It's not the mighty Mississippi, not the sunshine in LA. It's not a snow-capped Rocky Mountain on a warm summer day. It's not the glow of a full moon shining in the night. There's nothing grand about a canyon that holds a candle to your sight. The most beauty that I've seen.
I figured I'd better use it today. It's a pretty special day.
All right, let me make sure I got it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So she's going to adopt Alba.
We just thank you so much.
You're so welcome and a pleasure doing business with you. I'll have Lila bring back in a tip.
We just got done feeding the baby calf. Super, super cute.
Yeah, she's pretty cute.
First time Sarah got to feed a baby. Hey Sarah, do you know what you call a cow that has just had a calf?
Well, I know a female cow that has not given birth yet. That's a heifer. But
A cow that's just had a calf is a decaffeinated cow.
decaffeinated cow. Maybe that's